Hey guys, Gary here. Thanks for checking in for part 5 of the EDC series, and aptly titled Folding Stock Rifles. So if you want to carry a rifle with you as part of your EDC, probably you're not just gonna sling that thing and walk around the neighborhood. Although depending where you live, people might not even notice, or they might not care. But if they do, you're going to need some type of way to carry said rifle. It's probably easier to conceal a folding stock rifle than it is a collapsible stock or a fixed stock rifle. It kind of makes sense. Maybe a SBR be easier than a full length, etc., etc. So my folding stock rifle that I carry around in, we'll get to the rifle in a second, this 27-inch Spider Covert Ready bag from Sneaky Bags. It's gray. It's got, you know, like a bunch of yellow on it, like my colors. It, there we go. It says Adidas on it. So it could be some sporting goods. It's kind of tennis racket size, although it's a little thicker than a tennis racket bag. And it's kind of obvious that it weighs more than a tennis racket when it's hanging on my shoulder. But I have carried this thing around like so, just over my shoulder, in and out of places, banks, and nobody ever suspected a thing or said a thing to me. So it's just got this you know, rounded gear bag look, and inside is a folding stock AK. So let's take a look. If I unzipper the main compartment, set this thing down here on the table. So open it up, inside folding stock AK, and like so. I have the sling taped so that it's not super loose and gonna hang and get caught on shit as I pull this out of the bag. It is, so being that it's an AK, I could shoot it like so, very Mogadishu style with the stock folded. The AK itself, I don't know if I've done a video on this in some time, but the things I've done to it to make it friendly for carrying with me in a bag, obviously the folding stock, I have an ace folder on it, blue 4-gear sling, like I said, that's taped out of the way so that it doesn't get caught on anything. But if I want to put it on, I break the tape, and now I've got a blue 4-gear sling so I can sling said rifle. Ta-da! Now I went from a bag to a rifle. I added a Trijicon MRO because it's the best fucking red dot I've ever used, and I've seen them all. Like every fucking one I've seen, and I would not, I'd pay full price for this before I'd take a free anything else. So that's that. Midwest Industries rail. You could tape off there. K grip stop for it. I went with the K so it doesn't get in the way of magazine reloads, because, you know, it's AK, you rock it in place. There's a 20-round magazine in it, so not ideal since, you know, you can get one's a whole 30 or more. I got a drum around here somewhere. It doesn't conceal that well. But in this small Sneaky bag, the 27-inch one is the small, I ran a 30-rounder until I put the MRO on, and then I've got too much distance top to bottom and I had to go to a 20-round magazine for the one in the gun. So I got a fighting rifle, folded, stock folded, 20 rounds on board. Normally there is a flashlight over here before anybody asks, like, hey, I see a mount, but I don't see any light. Well, the light that was on it like 2 minutes ago is a prototype light that may or may not ever be released, so I can't really put it on the video, so I had to take it off in order to film this. But, so that's the rifle that I'm carrying. The bag that I'm carrying it in. The inside has some pockets and straps to lash your rifle down if you want to do that. I just need it in the pocket. In that, around here somewhere, it comes with this this Velcro is inside. It's padded and it's got some zippers on it. It opens up. Zippers and Velcro. Has, ooh, focus. It has Velcro in here to or elastic, the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 magazines. Here's the problem. AK magazines don't fit in it, like 30 rounders don't. They stick out the top. So I could either fill it with some 20 rounders or put the magazines somewhere else. So I just opted to put the magazines somewhere else. If I was running an AR, I would put 30 round AR magazines in here. You may ask, Gary, why aren't you running an AR? You're a big fan of ARs. Like, you're not even a huge AK fan. You're right. However, with the 27-inch length bag, I need to have a folding stock. There are no folding stock or folding muzzle, like there's a couple folders that fold the front end, things that fold the back end. None of them have passed my testing as of Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018. So if any of those ever manage to pass what I consider to be ready to use in anger, I'll put one on. In the meantime, they're not there for a reason. So the bag itself, then it's got a couple different setups for how you can do the shoulder strap. Like you could do cross, backpack straps, whatever. I just run it like it's a tennis racket bag. So, you know, one end to the other. However, I wanted to put extra magazines in it. There is a large pouch right, it starts right here, goes to the end. In that pouch, there is Velcro Molly all over the inside. I just used some shock cord, laced it into some X's, and now I've got 4 30 round AK magazines in that pouch. And you can Molly stuff in there, or you can Velcro stuff in there. So if you have any of the Blue Force Gear Dappers and whatnot, but AK magazines are longer, and I wanted to use the entire depth of the pouch, so I just came up with my own system with the shock cord, and they stay in there just perfectly fine. There is also, in the very front of this, another smaller pouch that goes from here to the end, and if you open that up, it too has Molly Velcro inside, but I keep in there an RTG IFAK, which I think I did a video on around here somewhere, and an extra cat tourniquet. So you can mount things in there. I have some extra patches stuck in there at the time being. There's a couple mesh pockets on the inside of those pockets as well. I don't really utilize those for anything. I just keep the med kit in the small pocket, magazines in the medium pocket, folding stock AK in the long pocket. And then I carry around my grand yellow Adidas bag. Seems to be a pretty okay system for keeping my shit together, keeping it pretty low profile, especially since I put the yellow pull tabs and stuff on it. And, what was I going to say? The whole thing is pretty durable and padded, so not so much that it protects the gun. It's a fucking AK, like you don't need to protect it. But AK's got lots of points and shit sticking off of them, so when I'm carrying the bag, they're not poking me because the bag is kind of doesn't print, you know, kind of eases that out with the padding in there, sewed into it, and it keeps it from poking me. So there you go. That's my system for running a folding stock rifle as part of my everyday carry. So if you want to get a folding stock AK, there's lots of cool ones out there. I really need to get my hands on a Bulgarian one, so if anybody wants to trade some classes for a Bulgarian AK-74, go over to Facebook, shoot me a message, and I will make that happen. And if you want to get yourself a sneaky bag, they have a number of different sizes and styles. I have a few different ones here. You might see some or all of them later. Use the coupon code Garry, Garry. Get you 10% off your order. Unless they're running a sale that's better than the 10%, in which case you should use that. But if you don't catch them on something like that, use the code, get the discount. So well, with that, fellas, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next video where we talk about carrying a non-collapsible or non-folding stock rifle.